water, you better not cry. You better not pout and tell me why. Auntie Claus is coming to town. All right. Where did I put my guitar? It's over here. Okay, that's better. Art is in the air. No one really cares at all. Art comes from the soul, and everyone's a big asshole. It's true. That's why I'm a jerk sometimes. That's why I'm a prick most of the time. Doesn't exist when I'm making art. 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 When I'm making art for breakfast. Hello everybody, my name is Storie Grubb, and I'm going to turn this ship around really quick, because I just felt like drawing a little bit this morning. And if you're new to the channel, well, howdy donkey ding dong day. I won't be saying that twice, because it's impossible. Oh, there's an earthquake around every corner. Sorry about that. My bad. My. I'll sing another song a little bit later with the same exact chords. Sorry, I should have had this set up before I. Hello, hello everybody. Jeez. Thank you. I'm putting hot liquid into my mouth and swallowing it because I'm addicted to liquid. I'm slurping on purpose so you can hear it. That way you know I'm not lying. I have this mug. I found it at a thrift store. Oh shit. And it's Be the Ripley You Want to See in the World. And it cracks me up because I'm pretty sure it's a reference to Ripley from the Alien franchise. Building better worlds. Wayland Utani. How's everybody doing? It is a cool mug. I like it. Hello, killer. Herbert. My inspiration. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get this. Dang it. And then I'll face it down again. Shit. God. But there we go. Oh gosh. Inspiration. I think it's just the, my inspiration is the spontaneity of going live. Because it's different when I'm sitting alone in the dark on a cold, wet, hard floor with newspapers. And I have crayons. That's usually how I come up with some of my best stuff. Self-deprecation and all that sort of great, just fun, inspirational stuff. No, I'm just playing. Oops. Another earthquake. No, I just, well, when I'm done with this, I'll just throw it on another pile of rubbish. And then at the end of my life, they'll send me out on a raft in the middle of the ocean, preferably the Pacific Ocean, and they'll set fire to me by using a rainbow up ahead. They can turn rainbows into magnetic flamethrowers. Did you know that? Very colorful. Very colorful destroyers of worlds. Sometimes I frame it, but yeah, no, I have a lot of these drawings just because this one I'm only doing live on, so far. So have Squatch. Do I frame? Hey, Grub, do you? Oh, what do you do with it when I'm done? Yeah. Sorry, I'm reading things backwards. Let's see. This reminds me of a hideous conglomerate known as the Dixie Chicks. Hideous conglomerate. I didn't see that one, or maybe I did, and I forgot about it. I love Futurama, though. Thank you. Very nice words. Nice people. Isn't that right, everybody? Don't say it out loud, just nod. There's 44 people out here watching. In the garage. They're silent as little June bugs. Just nod. Again, this happened last night, where we created a mini tsunami in my coffee cup, because the nods, it's like the butterfly effect, the nods create such a wind, a gentle wind, that it parted the coffee in my cup, like the Red Sea. We get very biblical up in here. It's very fantastic. It's just gorgeous. Anyways, yeah. It's the hardest part for me is trying to get the angle and the camera right. I need to get in here so I can actually draw. Let's work over here just for a moment. Where was the elephant? See the elephant? He's just chilling. There we go. And then if I can come down a little bit, there we go. Perfect, perfect. And now I can just draw over your shoulder. I feel like it's kind of creepy if from your POV, I'm just right over your right shoulder. So if you're wearing headphones, I'm probably more over here than I am over here. And that's on purpose. It's for a disorienting, it's for a disorienting purpose. Porpoise. It's like swimming in a porpoise-filled ocean without a purpose. Or a life jacket. So it's always best to wear a life jacket everywhere you go in life. That's why I always wear a helmet, a parachute, and a life jacket everywhere I go. Sometimes all in one. You never know what life's going to throw at you. You heard it here first. Always be prepared. And I hollowed out one of my ankles. That way I put a hidden chamber inside of my body. That's right. So I can carry water like a camel. So I carry extra, very salty water in my ankle in a little cup that I named Jules, after Jules Verne. So just keeps me on my toes. Phantoms. Hello. What is this? Oh, that's right. I was drawing it upside down. Let's see. Oh, I can work up here for a second. Yeah, sometimes the ink, I couldn't remember the word last night. I don't know why, but sometimes the ink bleeds. And the next day you got to go back and fix these little teeny lines, which end up becoming more like arteries than anything. Arteries, I'm sure. Little play on words there. That was pretty good. I'm patting myself on the back right now. I wish y'all could see it. It's great. A little self-love is called for on a Wednesday morning. Got to get you through the week somehow. Oh, I can hear it too. Oh, it's just going. That feels good. No, thank you. That's good. Stop. Please stop. Thank you. Just let me know when you guys want to hear a song, and I'll play a song for you. I have one all queued up by Lung Trophy and the Dingbats. It's off their new album, We Come in Pieces. Oh shit, I'm not even drawing in the... Where am I? Play Sigma Boy? I'm not a monkey. Jeez. You gotta take me on a date before you... Just kidding. Gotta buy me lunch before you... I'm not sure what that is, I'm sorry. Plus, I can only play original songs or anything like that because I'll get sued. I'm a little person. Not physically, just financially. I'm the little guy. I'm the underdog. I've been fighting all my life against the insectoids and the reptilians, and I have to say on this Wednesday morning that I have seen the eye of God, and it is reptilian. It's crazy. But anyways, I took a picture. It's in the description. Link in the description. As is my physical address, my bank account number, and anything else you need. I just want to prove you to know that it's me. I don't lie. This is the internet. I don't lie. I don't lie down. I don't stand. I just kind of lay. I lay. I'm laying on my side. I'm laying. You can call me Lane if you want. But it's confusing after a while because I do have so many names. We are Legion. And I know that much. It's just easier to say that than anything else, you know what I mean? Down here at the country, nobody even gives a damn anyways. They just want me to draw, and they just say, hey, draw this and do that, without saying, hey, would you mind playing something original? Something I haven't seen before, heard before? Or how about this? I like your drawing, but can you draw Bruce Lee with holding some nunchucks while he's hitting a rabbit in the face with his knee? Actually, sir, I drew that last night. Let me show you. He's like, oh, this room. I like this part. I've been drawing since I was a kid. Drawing breath. Drawing my gums. Yeah, that's right. I lift up my lip. I look at my gums and I draw those little sons of bitches. I take out the trash. Make some art with it in the neighbor's front lawn. That's what we do down in the country. When you're bored, you go out and you make art. And you support others that do. You don't put people down. You put bullies in their place. You don't support them. And you don't let down the underdogs. Hell, these days there's more underdogs than not. Gotta get with the program. Start lifting people up. Isn't that right? That's how we do it back down here in the country right now, right over here, right over there in the corner. Well, I was known as the kid who kept his cool while he drew awesome shit. That was my nickname. That draws awesome shit. I mean, if I was Native American, that would have been my name. Either that or eats his boogers or something like that, you know. Whitey eats his boogers, maybe. Whatever's clever. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to draw. And jury. And judge. You have to like constantly make these little split-second decisions, you know, because there's no, what do you call it? I'm sketchy, but I'm not sketching anything out, if you know what I mean. I've got to keep my mind constantly moving, because if I stop for a second, it all starts falling apart. And it's interesting to be able to do it live, because you can tell sometimes if you're astute, if you're an astute individual, you can see things that are happening where others only see lies and deceit and hatred. Hey, Storie? Yeah. What's up, Terry? Terry's my producer. Sorry, guys. Hey, we're gonna need you to be a little bit more positive. More positive? Positive? Yeah. What do you mean, like a disease or something? No. Just like, stop being so negative. Oh, the opposite of, yeah, negative. Sure. What? Huh? Why? I mean, I thought I was on a roll. No, you were on a roll. You're going up a fucking cliff. Just be more positive, please. Like a battery. Okay. I got to recharge here just for a second. Let me get my bearings. Let me drink some of this wonderful coffee that I'm drinking. Little slurp. Okay, that's better. It might be blight. Wait. Uh, Sometimes they come and they go. Isn't that right? They certainly do. It's fun just to Yes, last night I was really stretching, like seeing as far as I could go with this like tail that I was going. Oh my gosh. I only kind of recently discovered how much I enjoy like improv and ad-libbing and stuff, and there's just so many different avenues. It's like there's just a lot of avenues that you can take in a second, and that's how jokes work in a way when you're improving, I guess, too, especially obviously. And then I try to like describe or articulate what I'm doing, and I can't because what I'm so many other people have described it better because I'm just learning on my own how to. I mean, last year when I was filming what was it? The Fight Club, my Fight Club parody. Um, I was playing the Marla character, and I was standing in front of the character trying to deliver some lines, and they were the cheesiest lines in the frickin' world, but I was crying like a baby. And I was realizing that I learned how to cry on demand. And I've never taken an acting class or anything like that in my life, but last summer my it changed everything about me. Like this character just came out, and she really just never left. She was just this positive. The Marla in my version of Fight Club was like super positive and uplifting and stuff. But and I needed that at that time last year. And so this character came out of nowhere and just took me over. And then I just wanted to be her all the time. And now I am. And there I was. But it's informed my art and my life in such a way, like being able to express myself through video and even this sort of stuff, even just going live. And last year when I was going through all these crazy ass changes, there were so many people on this platform that came out of nowhere, just strangers from all over the world, and they were positive and they were helpful and thoughtful and sharing their lives and sharing themselves and sticking up for me when people were coming on being jerks or assholes, is what you call them in France, I think. Assholes. In Mexico, I think it's called assholes. Lo siento to my Spanish-speaking friends. My pronunciations are downright terrible. But yeah, Perfect Strangers on YouTube practically saved my life. Besides, like, people in my family, like my aunt and my mom, who continue to do so much for me and help me make better decisions. I'm just like a big kid, never grew up, which sounds like it could be fun, but it's not. It's like you're trapped in another time or something like that, and you still can look out the window, you peer through the blinds at the world, what's going on out there, but everything changes, but it stays the same. Same ass arguments, just different names, different faces. And I did notice that it just moves on to a new generation where, like, our generation just keeps getting old and irrelevant to a certain degree, and the new one takes over, which is just exactly what happens every single time. And I remember being very conscious of that and very aware of that back in the 90s when and even with my sisters and my brothers and stuff, and seeing how people change over time, and I never changed. I got more rebellious. I got more, I don't know, something that they don't think about anymore. But obviously, too, I think the big one is that I never had kids. They all had kids at a very young age. I don't have any kids. I have a cat. My cat cooks for herself. She finds her own water. I mean, she cooks me dinner, my cat. I mean, I've got it made. My cat is very large. She's like 137 pounds. So she's technically a liger. It's one of them fictitious, fantastical beings that only comes out of the woodwork every 127,000 years or something like that. Whatever. We just happen to be living within that time frame that's come around, and I got lucky. There's only one appears during that cycle, and I got the only one. She's kind of a bitch, though. I look over and my cat just starts walking over towards me too. She's like, "Her, you was talking about her." She's a very cute calico cat. My cat. Shit, I'm sorry. I'm not reading the messages or the comments. No, I got Terry. He pays the bills. The positive ass kicking. He's the manager. He's the left part of my brain. I guess it would be the right. What is it? Which brain part is supposed to make you creative? Which brain side? Hi, I'm from Brainside, Tennessee. I like lilacs and poison berries. Want to go on a date sometime? Sounds like a Muppet. I appreciate my nose for the ability to give me different sounding voices, I think. And my throat. And voice box, I guess, too. But that should be obvious. It's not like I'm going to be able to sing through the hole at the bottom of my trachea. Or from the inside, like throat singing. Holy shit. Yeah, so let's do this. Let's make one not smiling. This son of a bitch is having a bad day. I have made many comics, my friend. Many, many comics. Let me show you. I just happen to have one right here. I've been making comics since I was in the 4th grade. I still have a shitload of them too. And it's how I evolved as an illustrator. This was just I tapped my arm. Fuck. A test at the print shop, but it'll show you. I just give a bunch of these out at my art show. But yeah, I mean, I make comic books. And I just do these by myself just so I can hand them out at like shows and stuff, and they're just kind of, oh, my fucking arm, nonsensical. This was like a cover to it. This is the post-project blues is what I'm, or I guess it's called reject on here, but it comes from a thing I made up called the post-project blues, where I'm sure this happens to other artists and creatives, but after we're done with like big projects, we tend to get really depressed because there's like nothing to do. And I just heard an actor talking about this as well. That this happens. I think it was the dude from I forget his name, or I just don't know how to pronounce it. The dude from 28 Days Later. 28 Days Later, and he was in Oppenheimer. I know you can't see him. I'm sorry, but my camera's been focusing really well though out here. Gives you an idea. Is that maybe like that? Why do you bother to dream? Because of the wonder, the magic. Answers to the questions to the universe. Yeah. Without dreams, I would be lost. I'd be a fraud. Life would have no point. Good point. But I make up these little characters. This is a very tight kind of style that I was emulating an early Matt Groening comic book. Matt Groening did comic books before he started The Simpsons, and I'm sure he did them afterwards too. But um, so just like random words. Sometimes they're lyrics to songs. So I used to like just do lyrics to songs in these comic books, and that way it shows like people could read along to your lyrics, and they could read the comic book while they watch you play live. And it was a way to keep people shut up during your set, because I would play at a coffee house in Portland kind of regularly, and this one night you practice for however long, and you start playing your music, and then like a four top comes in and sits at the table right in front of you and just talks and talks and talks and talks and talks. And it was, comic books were a way, because I would just put comic books or like art on people's tables before they even got there. So if you sat down at a table, my art and shit would just be everywhere. So people would actually be like, huh, what's this? But they'd also have there's like shit tons of people out there who have my stuff on their fridge or whatever. I found one of my drawings framed at a thrift store in Portland, Oregon. And they were selling it for $20. I was like, whoa, that's cool. Somebody was like, I'm done with this. Or they found out that I was an asshole. They're like, yeah. It's like, honey, if you're gonna take down everything off your walls because the artist was an asshole, oh my gosh, you have a lot of art history to learn. You don't get to where you are without being an asshole. That's why I don't like meeting my heroes. Sometimes most of the time I don't even like going to shows, because I like the version of them that I have in my head. I don't like seeing my heroes get old and fail. Or just die off in horrible ways. It's like crazy. What were we talking about? Subabilities digitally menu, inspire to up the habit of drawing. Yeah, you just gotta find time for it, you know? You gotta make time. And that's the catch. It's not, for me anyways, I'm not the kind of person who can sit in a classroom and learn stuff. I wasn't anyways at the age when I needed to be. I am now. I think if I were to go to art school even, I would benefit from it because I have a well-rounded mind. But I was a really, really immature late bloomer of a kid, and I didn't have good role models, and I just was just trying to live after I got out of high school, just trying to survive. And that meant just like taking jobs no matter what, and living with friends and daydreaming. But I was always daydreaming, thinking, you know, something like about my art or music was gonna advance in a way that allowed me to just do that full time. But I never got that break, and I'm I'm 45 now, and I feel like I'm still I feel like I never grew past 25 or 26 or something, like where other people are talking about buying houses and doing adult stuff. I'm just, why would you want to do these things? And I don't know, I'm still very much a child at heart, and that's detrimental too sometimes, obviously, because I am getting older, and there's certain things I should be doing and preparing for. I'm saying it like I'm dying or something. But I've always just given up everything for this. And recently, a while ago, I finally was just like, fine, then I'll just give everything that I have to my art, no matter what. Because I don't know. I wake up in the morning and I want to do it. I get home from work, I want to do it. Sometimes I'm just too tired to do it, but I've always done it. Sorry about the light. I don't know if that's maybe a little bit better. I don't know. I was saying last night, whenever you see an ear, all you have to do if you're stuck on a drawing, all you gotta do is add an ear or an eye, because it changes everything and then it gives you a direction, a pivot. Like this, for example, the ear is facing that way, so you know, you got some eyes in there. Let's give this little critter some hair, some teeth though too. Put the hair under there. Hey Ben. Well, and lately I've been having a lot of positive feedback and stuff from that community down in the area that I live in California, and it's very, very art centric here in an impressive way. People are very, very open to new art and I guess maybe, dare I say, original art. And I'm the kind of person that builds bridges and picks up ladders as opposed to getting to a certain spot and kicking it out from under me so nobody else can follow me. Like I always say this, but there's 5 people, like off the top of my head, that old friends or whatnot, that if I were ever able to, whatever it means to make it big or something like that, I would hire them in a heartbeat or support them in a way that where they could just make their art and not have to worry about a day job or something like that. It doesn't take much, but you just got to know how to do it. And for me, it's always been kind of it messes with my mind because I don't like the idea of money and art because I can't price my stuff. I don't know how to price it. It takes hours to do these, and then somebody thinks that I should only sell them for like $1,000 or something like that. And I feel like, well, I put in, 2 weeks of work, essentially, or something, maybe. I don't know. Wouldn't that be a fatter paycheck? I don't know. But, so that's where I wish Terry actually did his job, because he could just figure all that stuff out for me. But now he's gone getting peanut butter and banana sandwiches from somewhere. Is anybody hungry? Sorry. Man, that light sucks. But you can do it, and also it's important to remember that you don't need to buy the most expensive pens in the world to make, or anything. You don't have to have the best guitars, the best this or that. You just gotta do it. Some of the best art, like paintings in the world, like most famous paintings, was done with the cheapest materials. A lot of the famous, there's a few modern artists, anyways, that I can think of, that just use common like house paint or like latex house paint, and then they sell their paintings for millions. So you don't think you have to have like the best tools. You don't. That's why I use Sharpie, because they're just consistent and they pay the bills. Thank you, Sharpie. I'm a Sharpie person. Man, that would be sweet. I actually, a long time ago, I wrote somebody there. This is even before Instagram. I emailed somebody and asked them, like, if they'd be interested in sponsoring me, because people kept saying, man, Sharpie should sponsor you. And the person, all they sent back was a photo, and on the photo was a hand, and on the hand was just nothing but a raised middle finger facing me. And I took the hint. Here we are. Now this little critter's smiling. That's important. Sorry. And you can get pretty decent little lines with Sharpies. Decent little lines. Decent little lines. Let's wrap that up. There we go. You could even do that little line through there. And maybe a little mole. The little bastard's got a mole. Right there. That adds an element of surprise. For anybody that's looking at it, they're like, I wonder if that was a blemish. I wonder if he meant to do that. And of course it's a blemish. That's what a mole is. It's a long-term blemish. Everybody knows that. And that's why I choose to use Art Guard. That's right, Art Guard. It kills creativity dead. Take one of these puppies every 36 hours, and you will never want to draw again. Art God. It sounds like Art God. Art God. Art God is a very, very, very art God. There's two shits in the yard. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing there. Let's just do this. I love hands. I like it when people's names are Hansel. Great hands. There we go, he's petting the little beast. So what's up with all these drones? What's up with all these aliens? Do you think they're aliens? Or do you know it? I know it. Because I choose to know it. There's some really cool stuff, though, that's going on in that world. In that conversation. Like some new whistleblowers coming out and stuff. It's pretty crazy. And I am here for it. Let's do this. Let's get in there. Let's dig in a little bit there. Boom. That's my favorite part of drawing too, is like cross-hatching and adding those little teeny details. It makes the drawing pop, makes the drawing pop, pop, makes the drawing pop, makes the drawing pop. Sorry, but it's true. Imagine that you say sorry 100 times a day. Expect me to play. Imagine that they sent many gods to be my friend till the end. And they pretend they don't want to destroy me or deeply annoy me or simply employ me as a means to an end. Oh yeah, imagine that. I'd rather die. Everybody's in it for themselves, it makes me cry. Everybody's in it for themselves, I ask, I don't know why. Everybody's in it for themselves, and so am I. Are there any cocktails in here for me to ride? And I wonder what it is you fear that keeps you shy. Is there anybody else in here or there who got sex anywhere would be fine? Anybody else in here with a kid to cry? Don't dance into life that way, God's gonna dance with you. Don't dance into life that way, God's gonna dance with you. Don't dance into life that way, God's gonna dance with you. Don't dance into life that way, God's gonna dance with you. Everybody's in it for themselves, the wells are dry. We buy anything that sells dead or alive. Everybody's playing show and tell, to hell with you and your kind. Cause everybody knows we're only in it for the dime. Don't dance into life that way, life's gonna dance with you. If you dance into life that way, life's gonna dance with you. If you don't dance into life that way, life's gonna dance with you. Don't dance into life that way, life's gonna dance with you. Everybody's in it for themselves, I'd rather die. Oh, everybody's in it for themselves, it makes me cry. Everybody's in it for themselves, I laugh because I don't know why. Everybody's in it for themselves, and so am I. So don't dance into life that way, because the life's gonna dance with you. Don't dance into life that way, the life's gonna dance with you. Don't dance into like that well. That's gonna dance with you. Don't dance into like that well. That's gonna dance with you. So anyways, gotta move this over a bit. I'm just gonna call him Teeth Boy. Look at those innocent little eyes. And that gentle little smile. There we go. Just a little arm. some kind of pecking order. Okay, well, I better shove off. The day is young, and we need to have some fun. Isn't that right, kitty cat? That's right. Hi, I'm Warnstrom. Like my hat? I can't believe it stays on there like that. Hi, Warnstrom. That's right. You're watching Storie Grubb Draws sometimes, here and there. My accent changes quite often. I'm sad. I'm lonely. I'm a frickin' worm. What do you expect? My eyes make a lot of noise. They do. But we could stop that. Yeah? Yeah? It's like an overdub movie saying, "Hi, my name's Warnstrom. Kung Fu!" But eventually I'm gonna have a bunch of volunteers working with me, blood, sweat, and tears volunteers, making puppets, helping me out. Warnstrom here. They're all going to be helping me out. Don't even have to think about it. They're like them. Stop. Stop. I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to fix you. Don't bite me. You don't. Stop. Anyways, as I was saying, my name's Warnstrom, and well, I was hoping that we would have way more volunteers. Blood, sweat, and tears volunteers is what we call them around here. Because we don't pay them. They're volunteer interns. And they make us famous overnight, as well they should. And every once in a while, they build us a new puppet. You know, it's made for less than -10 cents. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Don't do that. Please. It's just an expression. A horrible expression. But an expression nonetheless. Art schmart is what I used to say. Until the day I was created. And then hip hip hooray. That wasn't funny. I know, it just it was to me a little bit. Why? I can't explain. I have a weird sense of humor. Yeah, you do, you freak. Anywho, I could talk about art all day, but I gotta go take a dump. I'm a worm. I'm full of it. Just a big long tube is what I'm a big long tube at the end with a mouth. You know, if somebody's up my tube right now, well, it's not my fault, because you're a puppet too. You know, you're a worm, but you're a puppet. Yeah, I'm a puppet, but I'm a worm first. Okay. Warnstrom. I should have named you Wormstrom. That would have made more sense. No, I like Warnstrom. It just doesn't... I like it. You don't ever have to apologize for being a weirdo. Well, I feel like I do sometimes. Nope. Okay, let's see. Thank you. You're welcome. Anyways, as we were talking, art comes in all different kinds of formats, like descriptive boxes, or links, or graffiti in the subway. We gotta protect it at all costs, no matter what. So get your art goggles on and go out there and find it where you can. Find the person that did it, get them into a shelter as soon as you possibly can, and send them my way, because I'm hungry for their brains. I'm hungry. I want to help them and make sure that they're safe and that their brains are nice and intact inside their... Yeah, keep going. Inside their heads. Inside their heads. Heads? Yeah, heads. Heads. Anybody out there have any brains? Like, oh gosh, you did it again. Let's stop talking about brains. At any rate, I love you, and I hope that you're all having a spectacular day, because life is young and short at the same time, under at least 3 feet tall. So you want to go out there and have some fun while you can, when you can, however you can. As long as you're not messing with anybody's lives or putting people at risk. Hey, that sounds like a honky-donky day to me. Yeah, oh gosh. I just stubbed my toe. You have a toe? I have 3 of them. 3 toes. Huh. Yeah, I have 3 toes. What's the big deal? No, I'm not. I'm impressed. Well, you should be. They're huge. All right, everybody. You have a golly gosh darn good of a day now. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I really appreciate the love and support. Now you go out there and you be nice, and I hope your family and your friends are okay and safe and all that fun stuff. You know, we can be different and have our issues and absolutely want to kill each other and rip each other's throats out, but can't we just be civil about it? I really would appreciate that. And so would all the other little grubs in my family. My little baby worms. I love you all so damn much. Wormstrom out. Storie Grubb says bye as well because, well, you know, because they're right there. Okay. See you later, boy. You be nice. Oh. All right. Back to the art. Wasn't that nice of Wormstrom? He taught us a lesson in humility today, and I was here for it, and so were you. All right, let's keep drawing on this for another 35 years. Oh. I did want to finish this while I was on here. There we go. Looks a little bit better now. Okay, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for the company. Sure do appreciate it. Go make